Bonjour,
Hola.
we, and other things as well. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Shall we play some Wolfenstein again?
Uh, I mean, we've come this far, haven't we?
We have. I've loaded it up. We started recording. I'm already going to the next place. Let's fucking do it.
Yes. Next place being a slightly different but largely identical place in Paris.
I think we've already been here
Right.
to specifically this one. I want us to break into the prison wing of this particular
Joy.
place. Do you see any Nazis? I want to throw some knives at
No, but
them.
there's swastikas about, so they shouldn't be too far.
I want to throw some of these axes at people so I can.
Why don't you go into that building labeled as Gestapo? There's sure to be some in there.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Hello. Why is it marking the car as a target? Is there
As
something
a
under
Nazi, it must be a Tesla.
the? Speaking of doing American political satire,
Are
Shall we do the big thing?
you going to do the thing where we talk about doing the big thing and then you mention something that's not the big thing?
No, I was definitely going to say the big thing.
Well, which big thing did you want to talk about? Because I can think of two things that are basically connected.
Is it Bill Clinton or is it a horse? Oh God, they're dancing again.
Oh, look
Hang
at
on, no, she's doing an impression of Donald Trump. Oh wait, no,
yeah,
she's
I
doing
thought
it.
what a pair of bellends.
Yes. Um,
Speaking of
okay.
which,
Yes. Speaking of violence, yeah. So
so
yeah, go on. I'll let you do the thing, seeing as I'm playing the
well,
game.
we had some more Epstein leaks, I
Yes.
guess, or releases,
Yeah.
and one of which caught basically everybody's eye apart from the mainstream media, it seems. Because I didn't see this story reported on in the BBC, but it was on Reddit, and that's where I
Yeah.
found it. And I am tantalized. There was an email exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother,
Mark.
Mark, where they ask, it's something like, does Putin have the photos of Don blowing Bubba?
Yes. Something along those
Now,
lines. That's the general gist of it.
yes. Now, Bubba, for those of you that don't know, has long been Bill Clinton's nickname.
I did not know
Upon
this
pres-
until this.
he was called Bubba in like the 90s because of his ability to connect with the average good old boy in the 90s. So they
Okay.
called him Bubba, right?
I'm not sure I
And
understand it still, but fair enough.
yeah, and that's you know bad enough, but the Epstein brothers make reference to Clinton by that nickname frequently, apparently, throughout
Oh,
these
okay.
exchanges. So essentially, speculation quickly began that there were pictures of Donald Trump performing oral sex on Bill Clinton.
Yes. And as yet, I've not heard from a credible source that that's not the case.
Yes.
Because the only person, as far as I'm aware, who's outright said that's not the case would be the guy himself, not Trump or Bill for that matter, but Mark Epstein,
Yeah.
who
Yes.
obviously is going to say the thing. One isn't a reliable source considering if he's been involved, if he knows all this kind of shit's been going on.
Yeah.
Definitely not necessarily a good guy. But also Trump's going to deny it. Obviously,
Yes. I
what's Bill
saw on
Clinton
Reddit.
got to lose by?
And I saw on Reddit Bill Clinton has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
The
I just think
second time he's been caught in a scenario involving a blowjob.
if this happens to be the second presidency brought down by Bill Clinton getting a blowjob, I might just blow my own load. Is how fucking ridiculous this is. You know,
It is completely ridiculous.
fucking hell, he's
I'm
big.
I'm tempted to say it's too good to be true.
It's not going to be the case. I know it. You
No,
know it.
it isn't. Unfortunately, the universe is not that kind.
It's not going to be the horse either.
But people did point out that maybe the reason Trump was so against the Epstein files being released was because of this, because there's gay stuff in it. And he was basically fine with all the, underage girls because he could sell that to his base as being good, I guess, or
Yeah.
they wouldn't give a shit. But heaven fucking forfend, he's taking a dick in the mouth. Especially a Clinton dick in the mouth. Jesus, even Hillary won't stoop that low.
I was wondering what would be worse, but in the eyes of his supporters, him having given all the sex to a man or him having given it to a horse. I honestly think they would have bigger issues with him sucking off a man.
I do too.
And that
I
what
do
a
too.
terrible state of affairs American politics is in. If that's the case, I mean, we've known it's bad for a long time. We have, but I mean, both of us, independently of the belief that realistically they'd rather he have sucked off a horse than Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'd rather suck off Bill Clinton than a horse, and I don't particularly want to do either. You know, I feel like my associates would be more comfortable with me doing that as well. I know you would be. You just wouldn't want to hear about it either way.
No, you tell me all the same.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I would say that is the big one. What was the other big one?
Well, I'm sort of not finished with the blowjob thing.
Oh, go on.
Because I did see a Reddit comment where basically somebody was talking about how Trump had meetings in Russia, and one was just a one-to-one with Putin.
Oh yeah.
And a interpreter, and the other one involved some of his advisors who came out looking really, really shocked. And that was an argument for maybe this is the compromising material that Russia have on him, or part of it. Also, like, I can totally see that happening because they were kind of close, the Clintons and the Trumps. And I can't remember the name of the place.
Epstein Island.
No, Bohemian Grove. Do you know about Bohemian Grove?
No, I'm not familiar with Bohemian Grove.
So Bohemian Grove is like a summer camp type place.
Okay.
Right? And every July, a load of really famous, rich, powerful men go there. Like Nixon used to go there, and Reagan went, and all these tech titans and stuff. And for a long while, people were like wondering what was going on, and there were a lot of rumors that it was something really, conspiratorial and suspicious. Like it's a secret government, secret world government.
Which makes logical sense based on the information.
Yeah. But in actuality, it seems to me, from what I've seen, that it's basically just a frat party where all these rich, powerful guys in the public eye get to let their hair down for a bit, like they do, like drag shows and performances type thing, and they're like pissing in the woods and getting drunk. That's what Bohemian Grove is. It's a fucking frat party.
That is a little bit ridiculous. Oh, shit,
yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh, come on. There we go.
And I honestly, given what goes on, I mean, we know some of the really, gay sexual stuff that goes on in initiations and things like that.
Yep. Because at that time you got initiated into.
Yeah, behind that dumpster. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of it makes. I could buy it. In the 90s.
Yeah.
They're all hanging out, getting drunk on Epstein Island, and
one thing leads to another.
Dare. Yeah.
Hey Bill, I bet you won't let Donald stick his mouth around your dick.
Yeah.
Because I know Trump will do it.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be like an actual, oral sex thing. He could have just put his penis in his mouth.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
On that basis, I completely buy. I can see exactly how that happens.
Yep. I'm more than happy to accept it's probably the case. Yeah. Even if we find out otherwise, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to believe it, because of course he has a vested interest in us not. But that was a thought I had, because you said that obviously this is why that's why he was fighting the Epstein files being released. Obviously he's no longer doing that. He's now.
That was my second thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He's now saying, hey, let's do it, and he has since signed it into law that they need to be released within the next 30 days. With some redactions for victims' names and stuff that won't compromise ongoing investigations, which means that we're not going to get the full details ever, because, well, if his name's not in there, that suggests there is an ongoing investigation into him. I'm just saying. I don't,
well, yeah, we'll get everything he's okay showing us.
Yeah, but of course, that my thought at the time when we found that out was he now has nothing else the worst thing that, as far as he's concerned, is now
It's
out.
now out. There's no point hiding it because it's one of those rare things where people on both sides of the debate are really fucking keen on getting this information out there.
Mm-hmm.
Its own supporters and everything as well.
How many people voted against it? Can you remember?
I think it was one in the
one
House.
man. Yep. And his stance on it, and I don't necessarily disagree with what he said, but it was never gonna. At this point, it was too big for it to be a proper concern. His stance, as far as what he's said is concerned, is that he's not of the belief that it does enough to protect the victims of this. Now, I don't trust. I agree that they need to be protected. I don't trust that that's his interest, if that makes sense.
Well, if it turns out he's in them,
well, yeah.
It's like, that was a
he's about
vain
to fucking,
hope, wasn't it?
That was one last ditch effort to out himself.
Yes.
You know, Larry Summers, who is not a person I'm familiar with, is apparently 8721. There we go. I suppose that did a job. He's left his place as an OpenAI person. He's been close and been named in a lot of documentation already. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Only because I think I saw that story too.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't really. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Trump might have sucked Clinton. Files are supposedly being released. I'd say supposedly. They're meant to be getting released within the next 30 days.
Yeah.
Whether they actually will or not is a whole different matter, right?
They are going to burn through the fucking black mark in the White House.
Damn right they are.
Just redacting.
Have you noticed that my axe throwing has been a lot better for this video?
You got cheats on?
No, I can't. They're not fucking. I have missed a few. Just it's been better. I've somehow managed to get my groove back today.
Practice.
Well, you've seen me play every single one of these, apart from the one time I did one without you, and you won't watch it because you're not in it.
Not in it.
I did just say that. Oh, hang on. Can I jump on here and through here? No, of course I fucking can't. But it's that sort of colour that I can burn through, I think. No, never mind. Can't go through there. How do I get through that, into that? Oh, okay, never mind. Big open door right next to it. There we go. Yeah, so big old deal, really.
Yeah.
Are you
pretty big? So,
it feels
as
weird.
Crazy.
So go on.
As crazy as that idea is of Trump and Clinton, the more you think about it, the more sense it makes.
It really does. I've seen a lot of. I assume they are accurate images, but in this day and age, it's difficult to be 100% sure of him and the Clintons together, under the suggesting that maybe the expression on his face means that he feels a bit like a side piece, and he's jealous of Hillary.
Maybe that's why he was so against her in 2016.
Yeah, that genuinely that sort of argument. Yeah, I'm not losing out to that bitch again, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how good must his dick be?
He's exactly the sort of guy who would be so misogynistic as to be a bit gay.
Okay.
You know, you don't need to do that with a woman. Get a bro to do it.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense.
Guys helping each other out.
I want to kill this thing, so I'm going to kill it. Fucking hell, that did some damage, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was a lot more dangerous a weapon than I thought it was. Yeah. It feels a bit weird asking this question this way, but you'll understand once I've finished. Are you excited for the files to be out there?
Well, I think it's good for justice, I guess, and it's good for public information, and I love a bit of goss. So
fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm torn because I fear that once the files are out, it'll all be swept under the rug again in another week. Part of the reason this has lasted as long as it has, I suspect, is because of a resistance to those files being leaked and released. But once they're released, the cat's out of the bag. It's just a matter of time before people
Yeah.
get bored. You know.
Then all the boring legal stuff happens. Right now, we're in exciting cover-up territory where it's like, oh, the government are fucking over the little guy.
Yeah.
Then
Hey,
they
it did.
release it's like,
Do you
submit the
remember?
papers.
Do you remember when QAnon was a big thing, and it was like
That, yeah,
that was the people who were saying that there was a big
Pizzagate and
yeah. And now obviously Pizzagate itself was fucking ridiculous, but like the overall premise of what they were saying was that there was this big conspiracy behind this covered up paedophile ring at the top of government and shit like that. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we are basically at a point where it's turned out that was true, but not necessarily quite as it was presented. And I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, I feel terrible about the fact that it's a thing that's happened, right? That's key thing to take from this conversation. But like the fact that everyone thought they were fucking crazy, and in some cases they were fucking crazy. But like the base, you know.
See, I mean, they had all sorts of elements of child sacrifice and shit like that. And you're going back to like the satanic panic of the 80s, and there's elements of that in there.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, and all, this stuff.
How do we get to a fucking elevator? It's down. Oh god, okay, so.
But I mean, I've heard people say that. Well, this is less about rich people being attracted to children and more about being so powerful they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably accurate.
Like they could get away with that, and they do it because they can get away with that because they've done basically everything else because they're rich and powerful. It's like, why the fuck not?
And when you consider the people who have in the past got away with something like that, I mean, look how Savile got away with it at the end of the day.
Yeah, he did.
You know,
I knew he'd gotten away with it. He apparently, when they found his body, he had his fingers crossed.
Oh, okay.
To get into heaven, and famously, his gravestone, while it was up, read, "It was good while it lasted."
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, there's a lot of guilt in British. As I was for a long time about the whole Savile thing. It's Operation U Tree and cracking down on all this shit because the big bad got away. He won.
He did, and it is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Obviously, for him to have got into heaven or not, you have to believe in those sorts of places, and I'm unfortunately I don't.
He's not going to heaven.
Well, I mean,
I don't think that's an controversial statement.
No. As far as I'm concerned, there is no such place, and therefore, obviously, he's not going there. But there are people who, have that sort of stance that maybe it does exist, and
I don't know. I feel like if there is a heaven, there's some crimes that are so excessive that no amount of repentance will ever get you in.
Yeah. If such a place exists, then there are certain lines that cannot be crossed if you wish to go there.
I don't know whether you go to hell or you just sort of erased from existence entirely, and the punishment is just not going to heaven. I don't know, but
that's it.
He ain't in there.
It's
if I die and go to heaven, and fucking Jimmy Savile is at the door going, "It's all right. I repented. It's fine. I've made up." Yes.
Yeah.
And St. Peter fixed it for me badges. I will fucking turn around and say, "No, thank you."
I without putting too fine a point on it, which religious heaven are we subscribing to in this concept? Because there are some religious organisations with quite a terrible history of not necessarily being that opposed to it privately at times.
How many popes do you think are in heaven?
Well, I
know neither one of us know a great deal about popes historically, but I mean, what do you think the hit rate is? Popes getting into heaven. Just hypothetically.
I don't honestly know. Shall we? I'd be surprised if it's 50%.
It's certainly less than half. It's got to be less than half.
Yeah, when you consider, what the ones who. Where the fuck am I meant to go?
I don't know.
I'm meant to be down there, but I can't find Is there a map? I don't know if I've got a map on it. I mean, when you consider the ones that were around during World War II, that sort of,
And you could basically wipe out at least, I don't know, certainly the vast majority of like popes pre 1600.
Yeah.
Any medieval pope is probably not making it to heaven.
No, probably not. When you look at the overall picture, do you feel bad for them for that?
No.
Fair enough. What the whole heaven hell argument and the getting in there is one of the things that I really loved how they handled in The Good Place. I don't know how familiar with their concept of getting into heaven and hell.
Yes. Well, yeah, I remember. It's one of I don't really care for the Good Place. But one of the few scenes that stick out to me where he's Ted Danson, I think, is talking about they're using two examples of two different people at different times who basically did the same thing.
Yeah.
Where one guy in like 1870 or something, on a whim, stopped and picked some wildflowers to bring home for his mum.
Yep.
And that gave him points to get into heaven.
Yep.
And then somebody in 2010 did the same thing, and because capitalism has sort of fucked the world and there's no ethical consumption of the capitalism, he bought the flowers online and they were picked by people who weren't paid a proper wage and shipped over in a plane, which was like damaging to the climate.
And as such, he went to hell on that alone, let alone all the normal things that a normal person would do. Yeah.
And there's pesticides and stuff. And
you know, I really like that concept of the managing and the complications of modern life really making it impossible to actually achieve the kind of standard of life and behaviour that we would expect of truly sinless people. You know,
no ethical consumption of the capitalism. It can't. It's very bloody. I mean, we're all hypocrites. Do you use Amazon?
Yeah,
I do.
I've used it 3 times this week.
Yeah, people are pissing fucking bottles, but I'm sort of fine with that on some level because I like stuff getting it quick, and you are too, viewer/listener. Don't you deny it?
I think what it is I'm well aware that my one not contributing to it isn't actually going to change anything. I can't beat it. I might as well just fucking join it because what's the fucking point?
I listened to a great podcast about From Behind the Bastards.
Okay.
And they did a series on Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
And Thomas Jefferson was a really interesting guy because he was brilliant and spoke about liberty, but also famously owned slaves and raped one of them.
Bastard.
Had a child with her and denied it, but it was later proven. And he had loads of French friends, and this was after the revolution. They were all like questioning him on slavery and the ethics of it, and he was sort of like making excuses for it because he wanted to keep his French friends, but he liked having slaves. And they said it's kind of the equivalent of people using Amazon and things like that when it's not great, but it's convenient, and it's the same for him. Like he knew on some level that slavery was bad and unethical, but he's not.
Damned if he's going to stop.
It's either that or get his own wine from the cellar, and he's not going to do that, is he?
No, of course he's not.
It's just nice having someone bring you shit when you want them instead of having to get it up.
Yeah, and honestly, in the modern day and age, it is almost impossible for us to ourselves get the things that we would want to get from places like that. Like, so suppose, do you do your shopping online or do you do it in store?
I go to the store.
I also go to the store, but if you say what meat is your meat of choice?
I like chicken.
Chicken. Are you going to look after chickens at any point? Are you going to rear your own? Would you even have the capability of doing that?
No.
Exactly. So, thanks to the modern day, the way society is built, you can do that. You can do that thing which, back in the olden days, you'd have been able to do yourself.
Yes, back in the olden days, there would have been this place, and it would have been called the local butchers.
Yep.
And there would have been a chap, and he would have bought his chickens from a local farmer.
Yep.
And he would have butchered them himself, and you would go to your butchers and you would buy them, and then you go to your grocers and you buy all your fruit and veg, also bought locally.
Yep. And
then you go to the baker, and it's the same thing there.
Sorry.
And but as capitalism has blossomed, it's just bad.
Yeah, it is. But at this point, we're in too deep to escape it, aren't we?
we're in too deep and it's too convenient, and we're spoiled for choice. We can have anything we want.
Yeah. And it is really fucking convenient.
It is really convenient, and that's, you know, convenience is the most tempting thing of all. It's the most important thing in the world, really.
Yeah.
You know, that's what money is. It's convenience. It buys you time and stuff you don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got the money, you can get a cleaner. That's convenient. Are you paying them a living wage? Maybe.
Fuck knows.
You know, you don't have to really.
I don't know
them.
if I don't know if I would get a cleaner, even if I did have film in it. I've mulled it over a few times, and I feel like that's a step too far for me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I could do with it, but
I wouldn't mind one.
you know, I don't think I could actually hire a cleaner.
I got a leaflet through my door for a cleaner for 14 quid an hour,
Really.
which I've been advised is not bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of
And I'd
our
only need them like an hour a month.
I know that some of our truck drivers at work, their basic rate is less than 14 quid an hour. Not much less, but it is less. And I only know that because of the privileged information I have access to. Fucking hell, I missed that one. Oh, it's been last one as well. Fuck. Well, sorry, mate. You're going to get stabbed instead. Yeah, 99. That's much more convenient, that one. Shall we move on to something a bit less... Well, actually, shall we move on to the comment we got?
Yes.
Yes, we got a... I can't look it up right this second. But we got a comment on our highlights video.
Yes.
For last week's Wolfenstein. Big shout out... I can't remember their name on...
Oh, look at Jesus, you're
Yeah.
fucking this up.
I'm trying to remember.
Here we are appealing for comments, then you jump into it and neither one of us are prepared. Well, we'll just fill
Well, you could have
time
been
for a
prepared.
second. All right. Well, I didn't know it was coming. You didn't know it was coming. You were going for another topic and then you changed your mind at the last minute.
No, I was padding for time.
We'll keep padding.
Yeah, so we got a comment, and obviously we love getting comments here on any of our social media presences.
Right, shut up! I found it.
Hang on, let me finish my thing. So you know, feel free to, and we make a sort of promise that we will at least reply to it, and probably because we've got nothing better to do at the very least, comment on it here as well, which is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to proceed.
So thank you, Matt Walker 924, who commented on the highlight video in relation to Mr. Hitler's genital issues.
Yep.
Poor little fella with Kalman syndrome. No libido means more time to focus on his political goals, mind you, which, in retrospect, seems rather negative to me.
Yeah, can't
and
disagree.
To me too, Matt Walker.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about Hitler again.
Before you do, and we will absolutely will. Does it devalue it somewhat for you to know that I actually know that person?
Oh, who is it?
It's one of the guys from work. So, incidentally, the one that I was speaking to earlier expressed an interest in your videos.
Oh, well, check him out, Matt Walker 924 or whatever your name is.
Yeah, he's one of the guys from work. He's going through a bit of a tough... I won't go into detail because it's not...
Presumably Matt Walker.
Well, yeah. He's having a bit of a tough time at the moment, so...
shout out to you.
The specific circumstances were, you know, if you need a distraction at all, feel free to check out our videos. And he did, and he obviously left said comment, and he described. I mean, I'm quite negative about the quality of our videos at times.
Yeah.
I said you can see just how shit they actually are because I talk about them being quite shit.
They're not that bad.
Well, no, he described them as reminding him of 2012 Yogscast.
Right.
Which he said is a good thing.
Well, yeah, I like to think it's sort of laid back, and it's definitely not for everybody. But if you're in the 1% who might be interested in this for God knows what reason.
Yeah, for whatever fucking reason.
Well, I enjoy making them.
Well, yeah, it's something to do, isn't it? At the very least, it's something to do.
Okay.
But yes, do you want to? Yeah, you want to talk about Hitler again? So, what better than doing this video where we're killing Nazis?
Well, I actually saw a BBC article about this.
Oh.
Because they're making a documentary.
They're not, are they?
They are. It's called the Blueprint for Evil or something like that. Anyway,
Okay.
the people who found the DNA, and it was a blood patch, by the way,
Yeah, blood
from where he
patch on
shot
his.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the couch.
not a semen stain, as you so crudely implied.
No. I said it was from where he'd been sat, and you were. We both joked about it being semen related.
I don't know. I feel like I asked. Look, I'm not going to get into this, but
I knew it was a stain on a couch. I couldn't remember what exactly.
yeah. And then you talked about your own dirty stains, and you, anyway.
Get on with it.
Yes. One of the other things they found out was that he had like a very strong genetic predisposition to things like autism and
Yes.
schizophrenia and bipolar.
Yes, and that's a complicated thing to share with the world, isn't it?
Yes, they themselves were like, we had a lot of mixed feelings about this, and we didn't know whether we should like talk about it because we knew people are going to read into this and say, well, Hitler was autistic, therefore autism makes you a Nazi.
Again, predisposition is not the same
Yeah,
as, you know.
doesn't mean he had it.
Yeah.
And look, you can analyze this to your
Hang on.
bloody, but
How are they going to dance this time? Oh no,
It's
they're
a
falling
snow.
out. Oh. Just twatter Soph. Anyway, carry on.
Right. Yeah. Thing about autism is
Mhm.
that a lot of the symptoms and traits are common among like a vast array of other, mental illnesses and conditions.
Yeah.
So if you've got social anxiety, you might find it difficult to make eye contact, which is also something people with autism sometimes find difficult.
I don't like eye
That's
contact with people.
Yeah, and plenty of people do not have autism, but have some autistic traits because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And it's not the sort of thing where you can analyze Hitler and say, see, Hitler, I don't know, let's pretend he didn't like shaking hands, or was awkward in social situations, which I think he might have been.
Well, I would be
Can't
too if
then,
I'd initiated a genocide. I'd probably
yeah,
be a bit awkward in social situations because, like, do you bring it up?
I mean,
Or
it is a pretty grim icebreaker.
it really is. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Um, yeah, you can't really look at that and point to it as evidence because it's not.
Yeah.
It could be because of autism. It could be because of a bevy of other things. It could just be because he didn't like people.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he killed a buttload of them.
I don't like people. I don't think I would initiate a genocide. But I don't like people.
From a purely administrative standpoint, it's quite an intriguing challenge.
Yeah, I'd say it probably is. The logistics of it would be complicated, wouldn't they?
Oh, I just think that's a team project that's bound to get annoying.
Yeah, because someone's putting in more work than everyone else.
Oh God, yeah. And it's
Someone's
like,
not putting their weight.
It's like, for fuck's sake, I told you the trains needed to run at this interval, and you haven't done it, and it's fucked everything up. Like, thanks a lot.
Yeah. But that's quite a grim thought. I feel like we've maybe belittled the situation a little bit there.
Well, yeah, it's quite.
We are anti-genocide, and if you don't want to, if you need any evidence of that, look at our Dorf Romantic video, in which we talk about.
Yeah, we rip into Israel.
Yeah, but not in an anti-Semitic way.
No, we have never done that.
No, I'm just making it clear, but we just don't like genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any more on that, or? Because I've got a little bit more about us on social media.
God, I fucking hate these twats.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I've got a little more info about us on social media.
All right, go on then, do your pitch.
We're on TikTok now.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I put the highlights videos on there for the sake of it's shorter content. It's still a bit long for TikTok, really. But I have also started taking the Star Wars chats, and I intend to do with all the movie chats that we've done. But obviously it's quite a bit of an undertaking. Converting highlight sections of it into short 1-ish minute videos, for sharing. Since I started doing this at an undisclosed time, on an undisclosed day this week, I have managed to successfully do it for 2 videos.
I think I know when it was.
Well, when do you think it was?
I think it was today when you were working from home.
No, of course it wouldn't be then. I'd be
Okay.
working from home. It absolutely wouldn't possibly be whilst I'm working from home, Ben, because I'm a responsible employee who doesn't do that sort of thing whilst I'm working from home.
Well, I'm glad that's settled.
Supposing it was then, do you know how many videos I've managed to get out of the 2 that I did? I did A New Hope because... No. I did Phantom Menace because I thought, yeah, that's movie 1 in the series. And I got about 2/3 of the way through before I realised that we didn't do that one first. We did that one fourth. And then I was going to do A New Hope, but the sound quality on that is so bad I don't think we can. I'm just too damn quiet and you're too damn loud in comparison. So
yeah, it's a real bugger.
Getting it to work out so that we can be equal is... I'd basically be having to super edit every single fucking clip, and I can't be arsed. So, how many videos do you think I got out of Phantom Menace?
3.
24.
Well, Nelly.
Yeah, 24 videos. I've not uploaded them yet because it's a bit more... I kind of want to get a few more done before a few more of the films done before I do it. But yeah, I've sorted that one. How many do you think I got out of Empire Strikes Back?
30.
How many, sorry?
30.
No, I got 18 out of that one. Slightly fewer. But yeah, basically across the 2, 42 videos.
Anybody watched them?
No, like I said, I've not put them up yet. But a few people have watched the ones that I have put up. I mean, it wasn't even a fucking video. It was just hey, we've finally joined here. It's going to take us a little while to get set up, but in the meantime, there's a few bits queued up that are easier to sort out. And I got like 600 views in less than a day. I mean, that's more than most of our videos have got.
That's a lot of Chinese bots that have gotten lost.
I mean, it's a lot easier to get a TikTok view than it is to get a,
Well, we talked about this tangentially in a number of occasions where we talked about the value of respective social media likes.
Yeah, Reddit likes are a lot less valuable than
Twitter,
Facebook,
Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I suppose a Facebook like isn't worth all that much.
Well,
but
it
like
sort
a
of
following
depends on. Sort of depends on who your friends are, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sharing a lot of our stuff on Facebook lately, and there's not been an awful lot of improvement quality-wise, like view-wise from it. So clearly, my friends don't like me that much.
No.
I mean, I'd known that for a while, but it's a bit jarring to get the actual evidence of it.
That's why I don't post on Facebook. You're asking for trouble.
Well, you see, I'm not that first. I've also been commenting on things.
No, I keep getting the notifications.
Oh, do you? I didn't realise you actually still had the... Have you actually read any of the comments?
No.
No, well, that's fine, because there's actually one I think you'd like.
Oh.
It was an interesting... I thought it was an interesting take. It's about the new Wicked movie.
Yeah.
Apparently Dorothy's in it.
Right.
Dorothy, obviously famous for being in The Wizard of Oz.
You know what Dorothy's surname is?
Gale.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Yeah, I do know my... Oh, Jesus Christ. Ouch.
All kinds of fucked up.
Apparently we did beat the thing. Oh, that big bastard. Okay. Hang on, let me kill the... Yeah, yeah, she's in it apparently, but you don't see her face.
Okay.
And someone said something about it being to respect the Judy... Is it Judy Garland?
Yeah.
Yeah, Judy Garland. And so I commented, wouldn't it be more disrespectful not to show her face? Alluding to the Cynthia Erivo issue with the fan poster.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe the amount of people who didn't get the reference. It's very possible I made a mistake in what I'd said, in terms of like.
Until you explained it.
Until well, you know, you have to assume that possibly
if there's
people
one...
watching the film have some recollection of events that were related to the film, right?
I mean, in fairness, disrespecting Judy Garland is like a Hollywood tradition.
Well, yeah.
So...
But no, yeah, there were some people who were not overly pleased with that reaction from me. But I mean, I don't really care. Any reactions are like any publicity is good publicity at our point, you know. It's like what have we got to lose? We're basically nobodies.
I'm not first.
Exactly.
You do what you want.
Yeah, but yeah, Dorothy's in the new one. Who would you say is the villain of the Wizard of Oz? I don't know if we've talked about this before, but
well, I mean, there's a whole thing about is she miming fellatio? No, she's blowing up.
Yeah, that's the thing I thought earlier where she was doing the Donald Trump impression, whilst we were talking about Donald Trump doing a blowjob. But yeah, so go on. Who's the villain in Wizard of Oz?
Well, there's the whole thing about the Wicked Witch of the West. Was just wanting her dead sister's shoes.
Yep.
And but I know Glinda is the villain in the Wicked. I think it's the Wicked Witch of the West. The Wicked Witch of the West is the villain in the Wizard of Oz.
I honestly don't think it is. I think it's Glinda.
No, I don't.
Well, because you've been taken out by the propaganda. You have. They've got you. The reason it's Glinda is because by the end of the movie, Glinda sending Dorothy on this quest that she didn't need to fucking go on at all, because she had the power to get back home by herself using the slippers that she already had. She didn't need to go to the wizard to find her way home. It absolutely categorically didn't need to happen. But she did it anyway because Glinda told her that's how you get home. Glinda is at the end of the film the only quote-unquote magic user left in the land as far as we can tell, because there's the witch who's had a house land on her, she dead.
Yeah, Wicked Witch of the East.
There's her sister, the main quote-unquote villain, who is melted to death with water. And then the wizard, who's fucked off in his hot air balloon.
We to assume that there's a Wicked Witch of the North and a Wicked Witch of the South as well.
Well, Glinda's the good witch of the North.
Okay, so presumably there's a good witch of the South?
Or, well, I don't know which direction Oz is in. But as far as the characters that we are made aware of over the course of the film, they're the four magical people, right? Okay. You've got the two evil witches, wicked witches,
yeah.
And you've got Glinda, and you've got the wizard. And at the end of the film, because of how she has sent Dorothy, Glinda is an opportunistic villain. She sees Dorothy accidentally. No, it isn't even Dorothy who does it. She sees the house get killed by the witch get killed by the house. Manages to make it pretty clear that Dorothy is probably in some way connected to it by the way that they act. Goes ahead and convinces her to take the shoes and keep them and go to the wizard to go find a way home. Dorothy ends up killing the grieving sister on the way, and their actions lead to the wizard leaving. So
are you basically a proponent of the theory that Glinda was using Dorothy as a pawn in a wider political game?
That is absolutely my stance, and I think there is enough circumstantial evidence to back it up.
Right. Okay.
I trust you disagree.
Well, yeah, of course I fucking disagree.
But you got to admit, there is circumstantial evidence.
Yes. I would suggest to you that anyone who owns a fleet of winged monkeys is not someone to be trusted.
Are you telling me that you wouldn't own a fleet of winged monkeys if you could?
Are you saying I'm to be trusted?
Do you not want me to trust you?
Well, I don't really. I would have monkeys, but I will not lie to you. There is a significant chance I am setting them on people within like the first hour.
Okay, well, as long as I'm not one of them.
No. You may live for now.
For now, as if you could kill me anyway.
I mean, she rips the fucking straw man to pieces with those wing monkeys.
Okay, while she's grieving and trying to recover her stolen... I'm not saying she's a good woman, right? I'm saying she's going through some shit. Maybe we should cut her some slack. We certainly shouldn't be dousing her with water.
I would suggest...
We shouldn't be keeping her rightful property away from her.
I mean, she's known as the Wicked Witch.
Wicked has many connotations.
Are you saying wicked meaning cool, like from the 80s?
I'm just saying that in a modern day scenario, you cannot necessarily trust old language to be relevant.
She has a reputation. She is widely feared.
Okay, because of who?
Because of her.
Okay.
Those munchkins are shitting themselves when she shows up.
Okay, but, and this is really important. Oh, that's how we fucking get down here. I remember this bit, and fuck's sake. Yeah, it's a double jump all over again. I don't know if they have first-hand experience of her or not, prior to her turning up there in that part of the film. I don't know if maybe she has been the victim of a smear campaign. And if so, you know,
are you in the pocket of Big Glinda? Is that what this is? Is she paying you off?
Why would Glinda pay me off to out her as the bad guy?
Are you in the pocket of Big Witch?
No, but I just don't. I'm not prepared to assume that she's a bad person just because she wanted her fucking shoes. I assume property law is the same, inheritance law is the same there as it is in, you know.
Listen.
What?
Does she talks about them shoes a lot more than she talks about her sister. It's almost like those shoes have a certain power and she fucking wants it.
Yes.
And she spotted the opportunity because her sister got squished to get him back.
There's also the serious question of, is it actually her sister or is sister a title? Like in a sorority.
If Glinda was the villain, surely she would want the shoes.
Well, no, because the way I see it, maybe she doesn't necessarily need the shoes. She's using them as a convenient way of manipulating Dorothy. She knows that the quote-unquote Wicked Witch, Elphaba, we'll call her Elphaba. We'll call her by her name. Don't forget her name, because she does die as a result of this. Glinda knows that Elphaba will be pushed to unreasonable acts as a result of her grief and the denial of her property. Because some people become irrationally unreasonable out of such circumstances, sometimes through no fault of their own. Glinda can foresee this happening, and she sets her Dorothy on to going to see the wizard, and is determined, tells her the only way to get home is to do this. So she's basically, any attempt to stop her is effectively an attempt to trap Dorothy in Oz, which she's not going to be happy about, is she? She's going to do everything she can to fight that.
But
you get my point. I'm not that convinced either way by it, but it's an interesting concept, I thought.
Given that they got an entire musical out of the premise, I think it's an entirely valid point.
Thank you.
An entirely valid interpretation.
Thank you. I've got two fucking films, although apparently both films are just one half of the musical, and well, I don't know. The first one people have been quite fond of, but the second one is less fond. But apparently the second act of the play is shit. So
I also think the interpretation that it's just a children's story about a mean witch and a lovely fairy who's trying to help this girl get home is also entirely valid.
Absolutely entirely valid. But I'm just saying, I don't trust Glinda. I just don't trust her. So yeah. Have you got a topic?
Yeah. Did you hear? Well, you probably won't have heard. I've just heard. We're getting another elusive target for Hitman.
Are we? Who is it?
Do you know who it is?
No.
Well, it's a split personality deal.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it
famous?
Is it by any chance James McAvoy?
No.
Oh, okay. Because of his role in Split, particularly, is. For anyone who didn't. Oh, fuck off, you Nazi bastard. Thank you.
Yeah, you've gone so much better. He's a singer, a rapper, an
Eminem.
alter ego. Yes, we're killing Slim Shady.
Do you think there'll be an opportunity to ask him to please stand up? I feel like, if there isn't, that's a missed
I
opportunity.
can't tell what map it is because I thought it was Berlin, and then I thought maybe it's Hokkaido. I was like, well, maybe they've made a new one. I don't know. I couldn't, or maybe it's New Zealand. I don't know. I couldn't recognize it. So we'll see.
Which one's Berlin's probably the best one for music-related things.
Berlin's
because could be Miami.
It could be Bangkok. Because Bangkok's got a recording studio.
And it could be on holiday.
Who knows? But I'm looking forward to co-op on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I hope there's co-op freelancer.
Oh, yeah, because then I can be all like... You can be all, oh, no, which target is it? Which target is it? And I'll just shoot one. And we'll find out one way or the other.
And then they'll all fucking escape and we'll fail. And then I get to call you a fucking useless twat for it.
You know what? Yes. I relish the opportunity for you to do better than me at a game like that. Because honestly, there's not many opportunities. I don't think.
You've got to be patient with it, man. You gotta. It's well, freelancer's all about planning, really, and then the main game. I've argued before, Hitman is kind of a puzzle game at heart.
Yeah, no, I'm willing to accept it.
You have to figure out the way to get the solution to the puzzle.
I took the story side of it very seriously. Okay, but I don't
shoot a lot of them, didn't you?
Look, I explored the maps. I looked at the options, and then I took the simplest one most of the time. But I did every fucking scenario on the training missions. Yeah. Like I have got 100%. Sorry, no, I haven't got 100% on the training missions because it doesn't count 100% on the training missions unless you get Silent Assassin on every fucking mission, which I think is the most bullshit fucking thing. And we talked about this before when I found this out because it really fucking pissed me off. But no, I took the game, the serious part of the game, very seriously. But I just don't. I don't have a lot of time for freelancer, and maybe part of that is because I don't have the patience to do it well, and maybe part of that is because, as far as I'm concerned, if you're not playing the story of the game, you might as well move on.
I think freelancer is honestly probably Hitman at its best.
Yeah,
I've said it before. I'm not alone in that feeling. I mean, I loved when I played through the story. One of the things I loved, which is absolutely intention, is the first time I played through a map, I took my time and looked around and explored options and things like that, tried to suss out, okay, people are going here and there, and here are the story missions and things like that. By the time I'd done it a few times, I could just breeze through a level knowing exactly where I needed to go, exactly what to do, exactly when to do it. So you get this
like
really...
that for me when I did the training missions.
Yeah, you get this really great development where by the end you are a master assassin because you're just sweeping through it because you know everything.
I think there was a time when I did one of the training ones in 17 seconds or something,
and it never gets boring.
Well, disagree.
Well, it doesn't for me.
Yeah, but you're a bit autistic, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a bit autistic. Yeah.
You like routine and pattern and all that kind of stuff.
And
I like moving on to another game because I have so fucking many of them that I'd quite like to get through.
I could sit and play Hitman Freelancer forever.
Yeah, well, you might just get your wish.
Fingers crossed.
Got him.
But even if it doesn't have Freelancer, we are definitely playing the co-op for this.
For this?
Yeah.
This game?
No, the co-op, the Hitman co-op for these videos, I mean.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm with you. I was confused because it didn't make... I was surprised. It's the key point.
I couldn't give a shit about the co-op for this. I don't want to play as...
I'll be honest with you. I just want to get through it at this point and then call it a day. But because I've started, I'm determined to finish it. Because
You
even if
really-
I don't finish it for this, I still have to finish it for the sake of I'm completing my video games. So I might as well finish it for this.
Yeah, you rarely finish games for this, so yeah. How's that going, by
The
the way?
last few, I've made some progress. I've still got 1,376 games to get through total. That doesn't necessarily. I mean, it's very possible that there's some in that I can still trim out because they're online games, which I don't count. Because something like RuneScape, you can't really finish RuneScape, can you? Because they're adding more shit to it every fucking week at this point, you know. Or stuff like Dota, which is a MMO battle one. You know, it doesn't have a fucking ending. So stuff like that, or for duplicated games. Sometimes it turns out I've got a game that's a duplicate that I hadn't noticed, or you know. So I'm I'm working my way through. This month I need to finish one more game this month before I have broken even with the ones that have been added to the list because of my Humble Bundle, where I get 8 games a month for like 10 quid.
Yeah.
And I bought 2. One of them had been on my wish list for 2 years, and was on sale for 50% off, which made it 30 odd quid instead of 70 odd quid. Oh my god!
Patrick Stewart.
No, they're the bad guys, and they've knocked us out with drink.
Oh my god.
It's a bit annoying actually, because I've just done a bunch of quests that we were going to hand in here.
Actually, what am I saying? Kill them both.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, the premise here is that he's going to try and create a Fourth Reich.
I thought we had the Fourth Reich.
Here we go. No, it was the Third Reich. He wants to form a Fourth Reich. Because he's so pro-Hitler.
Give it up, mate.
Well, Europe hasn't quite stopped them yet. Which is why there's so many Nazis running around Paris. And there's a lot in the game as well. It's not very French, is it? While this is going on, no, actually, we'll save that for your video. There was a revised bit of information about Trump's attempt to sue the BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to sue them for something up to $5 billion now.
Okay.
Not 1 billion, up to 5. Do you know how much money
Okay.
the BBC gets each year from licence fee money?
200 million.
No, about 3.5 billion.
All right.
So, you know, it would be very much our money as licence fee payers if there was a lawsuit and a settlement.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
No, absolutely not. 20 minutes earlier, she discovered that he's the bad guy.
On datanazi.com.
Yep. Special interests. I don't know. I can't think of anything funny.
Oh no, I guess she's going to...
What a suspicious code that is.
So she's going to... Are they faking being asleep?
I don't know.
It seems kind of stupid. They could have just walked in and shot him.
I suppose they had to out themselves, didn't they, to be absolutely sure that What's-Her-Face wasn't being bonkers. It's so easy for us to just kill them now, of course, rather than let it get into a... Because you know these suits we're wearing that have the special helmet things in?
Yeah.
That make them basically impenetrable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, she got stabbed in the face.
She did.
Yikes.
Did you know about this?
I knew that there was a point where we were going to get overtaken. Not overtaken, where we were going to be betrayed by these people. Because I looked at the plot after the first one. I don't know if you remember our conversation about how I hadn't really been able to follow the plot at that point. Yeah, I knew this was coming, but I didn't know the specifics. So, well, it's illegal to do that.
Well, they're not having sex.
No, it's illegal to choke people.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
I really don't
Jesus.
like the foot part of their thingy.
You hate feet, don't you?
I do, but I don't like the fact that their suits have got toes. Oh no, he's locked the door behind them. It's almost like maybe we could pull the lever down and... I like how hard he lifted it up. Don't move!
It's not stuck, you just... One of you hold her down, the other one slide it out. I'm not sure you should have pulled it out, but...
No. I mean, it is important to pull out sometimes, but not like that. That bandage ain't doing anything over her eye.
We haven't seen it.
Well,
turn around.
There we go. That's better. No,
she seems happy. No, I guess she's pumped full of drugs.
I had shit I wanted to hand in.
Tough.
Done no side quest. I wanted to hand them in and then call it a night. Because we've been doing this an hour now.
Oh.
So I know it flew by, didn't it? Didn't it? Didn't it?
Who's this Lothar prick?
He's a bad guy. The Nazi fella that was... Hang on, can I go back to a... Yes, I can. I can go back to there, which I'm going to do now. Hand those bits in and then we'll call it.
Okay.
Happy days.
Happy feet.
Ooh. Actually, I do like penguins.
Why do you hate feet? Did somebody kick you in the face when you were a baby or something?
I don't know. They just weird me out. No, I don't want to do that quest for you. I want to hand quests in.
Where was Dimitri when all the shit was going down?
Where was all these people when... Okay, we know where Abby was. She was getting stabbed in the face.
Stabbed in the face.
But Marie, did you not hear the combat? You know, Julian's back.
Busy making Nazi sex bots.
Just get on with it, woman. Thank you. That is woman because she's a woman, not woman as a negative comment about her.
What's wrong with being a woman?
Nothing. Just... I'm not saying, oh, you bloody woman. I'm just... She's a woman. I'm telling her to hurry up. I'm not being sexist is the point I'm making.
Alright.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Yeah. Destroy the Citadel. Alright. So let's. I just want to make sure we know how we're getting to the next mission. What the next one is. It'll be there. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Happy feet. I've got those happy feet.
I don't know what I'm doing. Is it on here?
Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording.
Because it just flashed up that you're playing OBS Studio again.
No, I'm still recording. Yeah. Yeah, that is the. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's it. We'll call that. Happy days. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna? You got anything you want to add before we go?
I don't stab women in the eye.
Yeah.
Strangle them.
Very important. Don't be a Nazi.
Don't be a Nazi.
Yeah, that's probably quite a key one, isn't it? So. Yeah. Anyway, bye everyone.